In this video, I am going to focus referential integrity. What is referential integrity in DB2 and why referential integrity is required? If someone asks you in interview, what is referential integrity? The answer you will find in this particular video. And when you are creating a tables with the referential integrity, we have a concept called on cascade delete, on set null, and set null, restrict, and on cascade delete. So there are three options are there. I am going to cover all those three in this particular video. First, let me explain what is referential integrity. Referential integrity is a method for ensuring the correctness of data within a DBMS. It is a generic topic. The referential integrity is not exactly belongs to DB2 or Oracle. It is a DBMS topic. So what is exactly referential integrity in database? To make sure that the data always consistency and correct data. Okay, it will ensure that always the data in tables will be having correct data. For that case, we will go with the referential integrity. By defining referential integrity constraints, you can set up the database to control the semantic accuracy of data it contains. And referential integrity ensures that the relationship between two tables keeps in a sync during execution of the update or delete instructions. If you want to create a referential integrity, basically we need two tables. First of all, from where the referential integrity comes. So I have explained you what is referential integrity. I have given a definition. Let me explain the practically how referential integrity is going to work. I'll take one or two examples here. Let's take an example called employee table. Let's take an example called department table. So this is one is employee table. You can say this is employee table and this is department table. So if you want to create an entry in employee table, that particular employee always will belongs to one table, one department. Let's say you are joining in an organization. You are joining in an organization, 100% you will belongs to one department. It can be production department or training department or HR department or financial department. You should belongs to one department, right? So what we can do that. So we will create a multiple fields. Example, let me take a employee ID, employee name, employee address, employee phone number, employee mail ID, and employee salary, and employee and other fields also. Then department, employee department. So in employee table, generally we will store all these details. Instead of department, it might be project also. Instead of department, you can take project also. Anything is fine to understand what is that. Or whenever you are joining in a organization, you will belongs to one project. It might be bench, it might be one X project or Y project. So before, when we are inserting the data into employee table, we need to check the corresponding department is there or not. So in this department table, department code or the project code, whatever you call, Okay, so department name and department other fields. Okay, so there are multiple fields will be there related to project or department, right? So those relevant details. So department code, I'll say, yeah. So what is referential integrity in this context? There is an employee table, there is a department table. So what we do by creating, once we create a referential integrity, how the particular referential integrity functionality it works, that if you are trying to insert the data in department field of the column of the particular row, so that particular department should be present in the corresponding department table. So we are basically, referential integrity is nothing but linking or making a connection between two tables. Making connection between two tables. That is called referential integrity. So we need two tables. One is primary table and child table. So in differential integrity, the terminology, one is parent table, the second one is child table. So which table has a primary key? So let's say I am making this particular column as a primary key, and the corresponding column data is validating by another table, example employee table. So this is called foreign key. So, and this is called child table in this context. This is called parent table. So I am repeating here. So department code, because in a department database, departments are unique. That is the reason I am making department code as a primary key. So if you take a example, the project code, project head, okay, and project other details, billing details, all things will be there within the project. So whenever I am trying to insert the data into employee table, that employee table always should map with one of the project. So instead of storing again all the project details over here, I am separating them. As simple as what I am trying to do, I am separating the project and employee details separately. So to know the particular employee project details, just I will create a referential integrity. I'll create a referential integrity. Once I create a referential integrity between two tables, whenever you are inserting the data into employee table and employee project column, automatically the relevant project code project is present or not, it will check in the parent table. So as simple as referential integrity is nothing but relationship between two tables. In referential integrity, we have a concept called parent key and child key. So in parent key, one primary key will be there. In child key, there is a concept called foreign key. Okay, so we'll have a foreign key. Let me go back to the definitions. I'll come back to here. So to define referential integrity constraint, you must create a primary key in a parent table. That's what we discussed, and a foreign key in dependent table. Child table we can call as a dependent table. Not only creating a referential integrity, you can put some conditions on it. You must also define what actions are allowed when data is added or modified. So this is accomplished with a setup of rules applied to each relationship. What this line they are talking about: on, cascade, delete, set null, and restrict. I'll talk about these three later after a few minutes. First, let me give a clarity on what is referential integrity with a few more examples. The combination of primary key and foreign key columns and the rules that dictates the data can be housed in those key columns can be defined to ensure the correct and useful relation databases. So why we need referential integrity? That is the first question. So let me take a example. Let's say we don't have any concept of referential integrity. Okay, we don't have any concept called referential integrity, or we'll take an example files. I want to store the requirement of business requirement is that I want to store the employee details and the corresponding employee project details, as well as not only employee project details. So I'm giving sample data E001, name is Venkat, address is India, the phone number I am giving my phone number, the mail ID I am giving next. Like this, I am inserting the, let me decrease the font size so that, right. So like this, you will be storing the details. Next, I'll take a simple XYZ 1, 2, 3 and other related to employees. Next, this employee belongs to project 1. The project name is project, let's say X bank application. This is the project code, and the project name, this is the project name. Okay, X we will say sales project, something is a project name. Then the project billable code P01S01, and other fields also there related to department. Next, there is another employee E002 Rohit USA. I'm giving some number, random dummy number, and r at the rate xyz.com, P02, and X customer is, this Rohit is working on X customer application. The relevant code is P02, and the project code for billing purpose P01 C01, and there is a corresponding department details or the project details A001. And so Deepthi, she is also working in same project where Venkat is working. So I am inserting dummy data dxyz.com P01. Since Deepthi and Venkat are working the same project, the project details will remain the same. Next, E003, Anshul is also working in the same project where Venkat and Deepthi is working. I will give an example, UK, but it's in different country. That is different story. And phone number, I'm giving dummy value axyz.com 111, like this. So here also the project like that. There are 100 or 200 customers are the 3,000 4,000 employees working under this project. So what is the observation? What we need to understand from this example or scenario? See, this data is common, right? P00, P01, 1. This data is a common. So it unnecessarily the data is duplicate data here. what is the ultimate, the target of this particular table is that, so each employee belongs to one table, one project. Whenever I want to know the project details of the employee, I should able to get it. So this is the target. So one approach is this is, if you are storing the data in a file, we don't have any option. We have to go with this. But what is the problem here, team? Unnecessarily, this data is keep on repeating. So P01, unnecessarily the data, this data is repeating the project details. Now we found the problem without referential integrity, without any additional topics. If you create a simple table or file, if you go with this approach, what is the problem we understood? In file, we cannot do any customization. We cannot keep a referential integrity concept on file system, but we can do in DB2. So what we are going to do in this particular scenario, we will split the data logically into two components. One is project employee table. The next one, department, or I can say project table. So what I will do, I will keep only the project details. So that employee belongs to which project? P01. Now here I will store second employee, third one, and fourth one, like this, multiple rows. Now in this project table, what I will do, I will store the relevant project details. Project details P01, project 1. So now you can see what is the common field here, what we can make one common field. If I want to know this particular employee project details, I should have a common point, right? That is, I am keeping here project code in employee table. The relevant details I will mention in a project. So how I can establish relation between two tables? The question is, this is fine, this is fine. How we can establish relation between employee and project table? So with the help of referential integrity, we can able to establish connection between two tables. So technically, table creation, when you are creating a table, how it goes, our structure will be like this: employee table, project table. So when we are going to create the table, so we will map this particular column with this particular column of this table. So this particular column we are going to link with the column of the project table. So in this scenario, which is going to be primary key, which is going to be foreign key, which is going to be parent key and child key. So in this scenario, this will become a parent table. In referential integrity concept, this will become a child table. So in child table, always foreign key will be present. Here we will be having primary key. Here we will be having the primary key. So we will make this column as a primary key. Hence it will be unique. It will be unique. So since it is a foreign key, we can have same data multiple times. That is perfectly fine. It is allowed. It's not a problem. So what we did from this particular structure, we divided into two components. One is employee table and project table. I explained primary and foreign key concept, primary key and foreign key, parent and child table. So what is the outcome of it here? Now for this particular P01, multiple columns data is not present in this employee table. Indirectly, you are saving the storage, memory, right? So whenever I want to know the P01 details, simply I will hit this particular table data. So I will use the concept of joins or other components in SQL and retrieve the more than one table data. So their joins will come into the picture. We will see in further our sequence videos, but in this video I'll restrict to explain what is referential integrity. So this is all together about what is referential integrity, the need of referential integrity, and all of them I explained. Let me go back to this PPT. Referential integrity ensures that a value created in a foreign key column of referencing, that is called child table, we can call as a referencing, also exists as a primary key in a referenced parent table. So by this I want to add one more point. So now what we do while we are creating a employee table, anyhow I'll show practically also in another video. When we are creating a table with the in this table we'll create this column as a foreign key. When we create with a foreign key, if I am trying to insert another key P06, I am trying to insert another employee E008, and USA some number. Now I throw error. In referential integrity, whatever the foreign key value we are specifying, that foreign key value should be present in the parent key. Now whether P06 is present in the parent table, no, it is not existing. If it is not existing, you will get a referential integrity SQL error code. I am repeating, whenever you are inserting the data into employee table, and particularly in this particular column, project code column, whatever the project code you are inserting, that should be present in the project table primary key column also. That is the ensuring whether data is present in the both tables or not. That is a definition, actual definition of the referential integrity also. So whenever you are trying to insert the data in foreign key, the relevant data should be present in parent table. I'm repeating, when we are inserting the data in foreign key, the relevant data as it is should be present in the parent table of the primary key. If it is not there, you are not eligible or your system will not allow you to insert the data. So that is another important point about the referential integrity. If there is no referential integrity, you can insert any data in this particular column. But once you create a referential integrity, that is not possible. So that is the another point you should remember when you are talking about differential integrity. So already I explained employee table and department table. We can take another example for differential integrity, that is that student and the school. If I want to insert if I want to insert data in a particular section, either 10th standard or the data into COBOL, that particular student should belongs to, it should become an entry in a school. First, he has to, we can move it to that particular, only we can add row or student into specific student class standard without becoming a student. I cannot add him or her. So this is another general example we can take for referential integrity. We can take referential integrity. Like that, we can take multiple examples. So we will see in another video. I'll explain what is on cascade, on signal, and restrict videos. This will be becoming more. I want to make the video more lengthy. That is the reason I'm stopping here. Thanks for watching. Please see the rest of the SQL videos also. Soon I am going to upload videos on SQL, joins and other components. Please subscribe my channel, share this channel and video with your friends. Thank you.